Hello to all my beautiful souls out there. I'm Lupita V from Lupita V Coaching. Thank you for joining me to my very first podcast. I'm so excited. I'm going to be talking about so many different things, but before I get into that, well, not so many different things all in the same podcast, of course. But before I get into that, I just want to let you know how you can reach me. You can find me on all social media at Lupita V Coaching. That's L as in love, U, P as in Paul, I, T as in Tom, A, the letter V as in victory, the word coaching, C as in cat, OACHING, Lupita V Coaching. I am a licensed psychotherapist, confidence coach, motivational speaker, DJ, and single mom. And I love to teach people how to become genuinely confident by helping them get past old traumas, and this is through motivation, encouragement, and just having that level of support that you have always been missing and needing. So now on to today's topic. Today's topic excuse me. Today's topic is about toxicity. We're going to talk about toxicity specifically within the same living environment. So this could be toxicity with the partner that you live with, toxicity with a family member that you live with, and of course, this is during COVID time. So how can we deal with toxicity when it's hard to escape? Um, I will be talking a lot about my own experiences with toxicity and throwing in a little anecdotals or just blurbs here and there about clients that I work with. I will never breach confidentiality with my with my clients, but it does help to give some more richness to the story and to be able to help you better. So recently, let me give you a little background on my own story and things that I talk about within my motivational speaking. So my background includes I'm a rape victim, domestic violence as a child, also molestation, slept or grew up on the streets as a teenager. I left home very early. And then later on, I experienced this same cycle as an adult, only with the only with a child to experience homelessness again as an adult. And I soon decided to do all of the work on myself because I always knew, ever since I was 10, I always knew I wanted to be two things. I wanted to be a therapist and I wanted to be a DJ. And I knew that I was destined for greatness. Amazing things were waiting for me. And I had battled depression and PTSD all of my life. I was always depressed, always suicidal. And I thought that everyone felt this way. I thought everyone thought this way. Not until later, after dealing with my own trauma, doing the work on myself, did I realize that this isn't normal and it's not okay to be feeling this way. We come to a different understanding now in the world where it's okay to not be okay, right? That's just not something that in my generation we grew up with. But so with that in mind, I do have background with having toxicity touch me personally. I'm never going to talk about anything that has never touched me personally. So I won't be talking from a third person perspective or like from an outsider perspective or anything like that. So how do we deal with toxicity in the home that you live in? Let's say, for example, you live with someone who just drives you freaking crazy. It's so difficult for you to do anything. They're always criticizing. They always have something to say. You could even be just like walking up the stairs, walking down the stairs, opening the refrigerator. They're talking about the way you open the refrigerator, right? They're talking about why didn't you put the lid down? Or why didn't you flush the toilet? Or why didn't you clean up the hair in the shower? And if you did clean up the hair, why didn't you do it in this way? Why'd you throw the hair there? Or just things like that. A lot of times, what I have experienced myself and what I have delivered to my clients is the simple concept of, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And this is a difficult concept for some people to grasp, only because when you're around these people, and I don't want to call it, I no longer want to call it like dealing with them, because that already puts a negative connotation. You're going to have that negativity put out there. I believe in honest vocabulary. And so to try to work this environment to your favor, it's important for you to remember this concept. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And it's not giving in because, let me say this. Here's a simple way how to respond to those things that you cannot do anything about. We can't control others, right? We can only control ourselves. And so a simple way to respond is, okay, that's it. Nothing else. It's really simple. And I know you want to say so much more, like, how dare you? Why do you always have something to say about what I'm doing? And they just make you feel really, really crappy. They make you feel really low, and you want to say so much. However, this is what happens when you go that route. When you meet them, when you get down to their level, when you stoop to their level. What it does is it puts you under stress. You're walking around, you're thinking about it, you leave the house, or even you get, if you're doing telework or anything like that, you're getting on with clients and you're spreading that energy out to everyone else. And that is going to reflect poorly on you. They're not going to ask you, oh, who made you this way? Oh, okay, I'm going to go back and talk crap to that person instead, or have a problem with that person. No, it's a reflection of you. And so in order for your life to be better, for your life to be more joyful, for you to experience less stress, all you have to do is that simple, okay. Let me give you another example. I'm not going to say who they are. I know a person who has difficulty with their mom. And their mom always has something to say about whatever it is that they're doing. And so they always, how do I want to say this? I mean, this could be a child or an adult child, right? They're always talking back. They're always responding and always saying like, well, you can't talk to me that way. This is how I expect to be treated. I deserve to be respected, and things like that. However, that creates this medium-sized snowball to turn into a really big, huge, ginormous one. Negativity. One thing after the other person says something negative, something hurtful, and you come back with another hurtful thing. They come back with another hurtful thing. And then you come back with another hurtful thing. And then you leave that conversation, you leave that environment, you leave that energy, and you're taking it with you. And then wherever you go, you're carrying it. When we can simply go back to, okay, and then that's it. So what I teach my clients is you always have a choice. You can choose to continue making that snowball really, really big. It's going down the hill. And choose to make it bigger. Or you can choose to allow it to just go splat and let it go in a different direction. You know, and so that simple, okay. It might feel like you're giving in, but what you're really doing is giving in to yourself. You know what? Something to remember, hurt people hurt people. So remember that when you're giving in, you know what? This person is hurt and they're trying to hurt me. And I'm not going to let them do that. And the way that I don't let them do that is I'm going to say, okay, do whatever it is that I need to do and take myself out of this situation, whether it's to go into another room or go outside and take a walk. If it's cold, put on a jacket. If it's not, make sure that you're hydrated. It's best thing is to take yourself outside, away from that atmosphere so that you can clear the energy. Visualize it just melting off of you or freezing off, however it is that you need to do to let it just roll off of you and keep going on with your day. Because what you're doing is, if hurt people hurt people, this person is trying to hurt you, then what happens is you're going to try to hurt them back, and it just turns into this back and forth thing. You're going to spend the whole day moping about it, being stressed out, and it won't last for only a day. It'll keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. The next day, this person will say something else, and it'll set you off even higher and louder and harder. All when you could just take a minute, breathe, say, okay. Do what you have to do, and then get on with your day. This person didn't hurt you. You're not taking that energy with you, and that's it. Sometimes these solutions are really, really simple. We just don't believe that they're simple. As adults, we believe that everything is complicated and we have to complicate things, and it's really not that complex. It's just super simple. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for today's podcast. I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. Again, I'm Lupita V for Lupita V Coaching. I am a confidence coach, licensed psychotherapist, DJ, motivational speaker, and mom. Signing off. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned for the next episode.